What's the most I'm turning into my parents moment for you? I've always had a little sass in me and most of my life, my shyness covered that up. Now I am a one-woman sass acre. Thanks, Mom. My brothers have been telling me for years that I am essentially our mom, to the point of calling me Little Mother, in an endearing way, not a Norman Bates way. I own it. My dad will fall asleep just about anywhere, especially if he sits in recliner. So after I got my first full-time job out of college, I got home and me and my roommate were gonna watch a new episode of some show. I fell asleep in our recliner in less than 10 minutes. I woke up after the show ended and my roommate was like, "Yeah, you were out," and snored a little. Sometimes I will say certain words and I'll turn around because I thought my mom said something. It's really scary how me and her share 98% of seemingly random idiosyncrasies. We both talk to ourselves. Full-on 45 conversations with ourselves. We both do this, counting this when some of the numbers turn breathy as we count. We both shake our heads and point our fingers the exact same way when we're yelling. Sometimes I'll stop mid-fight because I can see my mom making the exact same motions and it freaks me out. My so and I were packing and getting ready to road trip to some family's house for Thanksgiving. As I was cleaning up the house, my so said something along the lines of, "Don't worry about it, you can clean when we get home." I replied with, "I do not want to come home to a dirty house." At that point I realized I'm turning into my mother. This one. Gotta clean before a trip. It's nice to come back to a clean house, my wife. Never looked back since. My mom used to find things for us in a minute after we had been looking for hours. My siblings and dad sometimes lose things and ask me to help because I always find it magically. I'm actually very excited about the mom touch to finding things. I started dating a mother of 4. She has the mom touch on so many levels, and I've for sure abused it. The other day I was on the phone with her and said I couldn't find my iPad. She told me to check under a box I just brought in from my car. She hadn't been over for a couple days, though I was on the phone when I got the box. But no clue how it works. My dad has a way worked himself to death. Now he's retired. When he comes over now, as soon as he sits down on a couch he falls asleep within minutes. I'm noticing couches are starting to have the same effect on me. Same for my dad. He says it's from his military days when he had to sleep when he could get it. He will go days without sleep sometimes since he also worked night shifts, so he gets home at like 6 a.m., messes with the boat, then heads out fishing until he has to go back to work. When he comes to my house he'll hit the couch and get 5 minutes into a movie before he's out. Sometimes he'll call me and be like, "I'm really liking this John Wick movie. I started it last week, I'm about halfway through." I don't think he's sat fully through a movie in my life. "I started it last week, I'm about halfway through." Same, except I just have a short attention span. As I stared into the mass of various saved rubber bands and twist ties, I have to dump the 4,786 plastic bags my brother will save and keep 5 to 10 of them. The bag struggle is real. I tried to get a bag out of my bag, only to discover the bag itself was a bag, inside of which were more bags, all tightly crushed together. I was a little worried this endless Matroska bag would never end, so I put the bag back in the bag, back into the bag and hid the whole mess under the sink again in case it turns out to be a white hole emitting matter as bags. I started enjoying looking at grocery ads for discounts and have 3 discount cards. Grocery shopping is like a hobby for me now. I'm still in my 20s. Is there hope for me, Doc? Shopping well is an excellent habit/skill to learn. That shit will save you so much damn money. I, too, love grocery shopping because of the genuine excitement I feel at not only saving money, but buying good, healthy food that I'm stoked to cook and eat. I learned a little late, but it's done wonders for my health and confidence. My dad was a fairly tall guy. I used to hate walking with him when I was about 4/5 because he'd take giant steps and I had to basically jog everywhere while he dragged my hand. My son is now 4 and I caught myself doing that exact thing about 2 months ago. Now I walk slower. Walk a little slower, Daddy. Walk a little slower, Daddy, said a little child so small. I'm following in your footsteps and I don't want to fall. Sometimes your steps are very fast, sometimes they're hard to see, so walk a little slower, Daddy, for you are leading me. Someday when I'm all grown up, you're what I want to be. Then I will have a little child who'll want to follow me. And I would want to lead just right, and know that I was true, so, walk a little slower, Daddy, for I must follow you. Author unknown. Edit, Silver and Gold? Aw, thanks, guys. As you know, I didn't write this poem. The comment above mine just reminded me of it. Thanks for the love. Be excellent to one another. I've always joked that my dad isn't really my father and I'm just a clone of my mom. I look like her, laugh like her, same mannerisms, etc. Then I got the exact same health issues that she has, at the exact same age they began for her. This is a fear of mine since I look and talk and laugh like my mom. But she had a terminal illness and passed away. I can only hope not to repeat that. The good part is I say things sometimes and they remind me of her so much and that makes me happy.